The Steelers love taking veteran quarterbacks. I mentioned Aaron Rodgers being a candidate to come to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Matthew Stafford is a name that's, potentially becoming available with the Rams and him coming to, contract conflicts. His wife's going on social media saying how, Cooper Kupp's being disrespected. There's some unhappiness being displayed from, Stafford's camp. So he could be becoming available. The Steelers should be all over that if he does become available. I think trading the number 21 overall pick for Stafford makes too much sense. Stafford would be the best quarterback in franchise history for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Time and time again, the Steelers, they overachieve. They win 9 to 10 games. They go over 500. But when they play those elite teams that have elite quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, some of these top quarterbacks in the NFL, they lose. They always lose to those elite quarterbacks, but now you have a chance to get an elite quarterback yourself. And Justin Fields, I think bringing him back is the best move long term. But if you want to win a championship, and the Steelers think they can win a championship, the Steelers think they're an offseason away, Matthew Stafford bringing him in gets you close to a championship. We won't see the Steelers get blown out in the playoffs. We won't see them lose the last 3 games of the season. We won't see these same Steelers trends if you get a quarterback like Matthew Stafford. He changes things completely, and I think the best fit for Stafford is the Steelers. That's the best spot for him to go and compete for a championship and have similar success to the success he's having with the Rams. I know the AFC is tough, but Stafford could go tit for tat with some of the best quarterbacks in the AFC. He's the top 8 quarterback in the NFL. He just turned 37, but he gives the Steelers the best opportunity to win a championship these next 2 seasons, the next 3 seasons. Better than Fields, better than Rodgers. But yeah, Fields gives you more upside in the future, gives you better direction in the future, but go get a championship these next 3 seasons. Stafford gives you that. The Steelers haven't had a top 10 quarterback in the last half decade. Stafford has elite arm talent. He's clutch in the biggest moments. He almost beat the Eagles. Him and the Rams almost beat the Eagles. They were a 4th down conversion away from, beating the Eagles. He played better against the Eagles than Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT right now, the best player in the NFL. 324 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He was cooking against that elite defense and making just great throws. Perfect throws in the snow. Stafford has that dog in him. He has that it factor, and he's still playing at a high level. Almost 3,800 yards passing this season, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And he's a guy that, is known to throw some interceptions. He led the NFL in the interceptions the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl. The interception numbers went down this season, so he's taking care of the ball better. And yeah, in his first season, getting traded to the Rams, won them a Super Bowl. So This is the guy that if the Steelers are serious about winning and they want to win in the window of Cam Hayward still playing, TJ Watt, all the great talent they have in this roster that are getting older, you get Stafford. And wherever Stafford goes, Cooper Kupp's going to follow. They need another receiver. Cooper Kupp more than likely is going to get cut by the Rams. So Cooper Kupp is following Stafford. They are best friends. Stafford in Pittsburgh with a top 10 talent in Pat Freiermuth. Cooper Kupp, George Pickens, that's nasty. That's nasty. What the defense the Steelers have, Mike Tomlin being a Hall of Fame coach, Arthur Smith, the system and the scheme, what Arthur Smith wants to do, push the ball downfield, Stafford does that at a high level. The offense he was playing with Sean McVay, it's very similar to what Arthur Smith likes to do, and Jalen Warren, giving him, RB1 reigns. If I'm the Steelers and Matthew Stafford becomes available, I'm all over it. And you could draft a quarterback like Jalen Milroe, maybe a quarterback like Will Howard, one of these quarterbacks in a later round, and have them sit behind Stafford and learn from him. That's the path to success for the Steelers. That, I think, would be like a move that would shake up the NFL. That would shake up the AFC. I think if you get Stafford, you can compete better with Baltimore. Maybe you can win that division potentially. Because Stafford, he is an elite quarterback. He gives the Steelers exactly what they need and what they're missing. So Stafford to the Steelers, that's something that would be really interesting. And I think, yeah, they could compete. They can compete with the Chiefs and some of those other top teams in the AFC if they can get an elite quarterback like Stafford. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.